friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. I'm just doing this really quick intro to say that it is the 14th of October, and I haven't had a chance to edit any of the past week's vlog, so I will be editing that into a long video. I'm sorry about the length of it, but at this point, I think that's the best way to just get it out. So you'll be able to see the week progressing from here. So I thank you for all who have supported me and left comments. It really means a lot to me. So thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you in real time soon. Oh, and also, if you drink energy drinks, this is a seasonal limited edition flavor. It is so good. I tried one last year, well, in like this summer or spring, and haven't been able to find it since, and I look every time we go into any grocery store, and yesterday I found it for the first time. So definitely try it. I will be drinking it while editing. So welcome to the vlog. Hi friends, this is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is Sunday, October 8th at about 1:30 in the afternoon. I slept in again. It is the last day of fall break. I cannot believe it. Yeah, it makes me really sad. I'm gonna miss fall break. I love seeing the kids, but I also like being able to take things easier. I did not get done almost anything I had planned to do, including baking the cookies I was gonna bake. Maybe I'll bake them this evening, but I am baking a loaf of sourdough bread this evening, so we'll see what happens. I was going to make pot roast today, but someone just laid in bed forgetting that that's what they were gonna do. And so what I am also planning on doing is prepping all of the vegetables and browning the meat, and then being able to just dump everything in the crock pot first thing in the morning. So then we'll come home to a made meal that I won't have to make, which is delightful in and of itself, right? So yeah. Anyway, so I did things yesterday. Crafty things, but I never came back and updated. So the first thing that happened is I realized that because it was October 7th, if I was going to complete something in the first 7 days of the new month for the Harry Potter knitting and crochet, that's one of the like challenges. Something in the first 7 days and then something in the last 7. That I needed to do something and submit it for one of the classes. That also involved planning all of my classes, which I hadn't done yet either. So I spent a good portion of time working on that. So we have my October's page. I write all of my initial project ideas in pencil so I can erase it and change it. And then when I complete a class, like I completed this one yesterday, I color in the box and I write the project in pen. So what I did for Muggle Study, you needed to either follow the pattern exactly as written or modify a pattern to suit your needs. So what I did for that is I did one of the granny squares, the Harry Potter granny squares. This is the one I did. It is called the flying car, and I think because the teal color is like the color of the car. So yeah, I really like how this turned out. But the reason it counted is because in the original pattern, she has you doing a magic loop start. I forget the precise name of it, but I hate that start. I cannot ever figure out how to do it. I've also heard that it can be prone to coming unraveled, like from the center. So what I do is a chain 4 and then join slip stitch to form a ring. And I think that works fine, especially in something like a granny square that has so many holes already. What does it matter if there's a hole in the center? And also the center hole right there is so very tiny that you don't need to have that cinched up so very tightly. Anyways, so that's, and then the other thing is on the original pattern she only has you doing 5 rounds and I do 11, so that is how I submitted it. I then used the extra to make a little Battenberg square, and this one was yarn chicken, like to the extreme. As a matter of fact, I lost the first round of yarn chicken, so I tore it all out and I crocheted a little extra tighter because it's stretchy, so it shouldn't matter for when I finally eventually put it together in a blanket. I was literally 2 double crochets short when I ripped it out. That's why I was determined to make it work. If I had been like center of the final, I probably would have been like, I'll just add it to my my magic knot ball of scrap yarn, and that'll be fine. But with it only being 2 double crochets short, I was like, I can make this work, and I did. So I was very excited about that. This has not been submitted for a class yet, but I think I am planning on using my scrap Battenberg squares for ancient runes based on runes or earth tones. And there's an Inguz rune, it's spelled I-N-G-U-Z, and its shape is a square, and also one of its symbols is creation, and so I created that. So that's how I'm gonna make it work. Some of my other plans is for detention, which is to complete an already started project. I'm planning on completing a cross stitch, so I'm hoping a Halloween one. One of the ones I already have started. For arithmancy, it is describe a problem you had while crafting your submission, and I'm gonna go with the Geo Gradient shawl. The problem I had is that the first clue kept changing, the official first clue. That's what I'm going with. Care of magical creatures, craft something inspired by Acromantula or Lacy and Delicate. This was my very last one to submit an idea for on paper. And I put a doily because I really just couldn't think of anything else, but that's the one most likely to change. And if anyone has any ideas of something better, please let me know, because I like making doilies, but they're a little bit time consuming. Craft something improvised or deviate from the instructions. I'm going with that Afghan I've been making for the Advent one, and that's because I added width to it. I added extra repeats, so I'm going with that's deviating from the pattern. And I'm also magic knotting it together as opposed to changing at the start of rounds. Magical celebrations. Craft something representing or honoring someone who has passed on. I am planning on doing a sock for my nephew in honor of Dumbledore. It can be a real or fictional person, and my reasoning behind that is the Mirror of Erised, and he saw himself with socks. So transfiguration, craft party attire, and that's where I'm going to fit the clue shawl. So those are my plans. The Quidditch match that's currently going on from October 1st to 18th is something entirely red or black or golden or an unusual combination of colors. And what I'm gonna do is I have a bunch of like 2 to 3 grams of like cotton yarn, and I'm just gonna magic knot those all together and make the ugliest, scrappiest looking dishcloth known to man, and that will be an unusual combination of colors. So, and then the most recent Headmistress challenge is to craft something in Halloween colors or says something that says Halloween to you. And I've kind of been wanting to crochet a pumpkin. I think that would be cool. I've never done anything like that before, so that's my loose plan right now, and that says Halloween to me, and also it's orange, so that's kind of my plans. So So yesterday I did that. I made these both, and then I added the most recent color to the Afghan. And I think that the previous color and this one blended together really nicely. So I'm really enjoying this, and I've actually been thinking maybe I will give this to my husband. His birthday's next month, so maybe I will complete this month and give it to him as one of his birthday presents. Then he can stop nagging me about never making him anything. Then I'll also still get to use it too. So I think that might be the win-win situation. So the most recent color is called Bonfire Flare. I'm picturing like yellows and oranges and reds. Maybe some brown because of wood. So let's see what it's gonna be. Okay, well, I'm not like right, I'm not wrong. And then there's this cute little mushroom. I don't know, I don't know if it's anything but a decoration, but you know what? This would go perfect in my fairy garden. I'm gonna take it to school and put it in the fairy garden. Oh, I'm so excited about that. It feels like, I'm actually surprised this wasn't in There's Fungus Among Us, because a mushroom is a fungus. It feels like stone or something. I don't know. I'm really excited about that to go in the fairy garden. So this is what the color looks like, which is a lot more white than I would have expected. However, all of the colors I mentioned are in there as speckles, including brown. I saw brown. So, I mean, I think it'll be fine. I'm definitely gonna get this wound up and added. Today I'm gonna put it in the my bag, because in about an hour we need to leave to take the 3 girls to the vet. The 3 little girls, they are going to be getting their final parvo vaccines, all those, and then we really need to get them rehomed. Yeah, we have 13 dogs in the house right now, so we really need to get the 7 rehomed. Oh man, life. Anyway, so I am almost done with the first Discovery of Witches book. I've got about 3 hours left on it. Considering it's like a 25-hour book, I think that's pretty good. So really looking forward to that. I don't think it's really one I can listen to at school. I'll stick with the cozy mysteries for that, or even the Harry Potters. So yesterday I got in the mail some things for the fairy garden. I'd also ordered like pumpkins and little leaves, and in the picture they look so tiny, and then they arrived and they were like, I mean, they're still small, but they're not fairy garden small. They're like table decor small. So we returned those. My husband took them to the Amazon return at Kohl's for me yesterday. So I'm still on the hunt for more little things like that. However, I had ordered some little fall trees, a little 4-pack of fall trees, and those should be arriving today. So I'm pretty excited about that. What did come and was acceptable is all of these tiny little squirrels that I'm gonna be putting in the fairy garden. So I haven't even opened them to look at them. They're all individually wrapped, which is interesting, but like some little squirrels. And here's a squirrel on an acorn. This one's like an acorn house, which will be fun to put in. I want to find another small container and like make another tiny fairy garden at school. I just have so many things. I can't stop. Here's like a little leaf. And here's some little acorns. I mean, it's so cute, and the fungus, the little mushroom's gonna go so perfect with it. And then there's like a ton of squirrels. Just squirrels doing all different kinds of things, and the kids are gonna love it. They love coming and looking and seeing what's moved, what's different, what's changed, and I really like that. You know, it's something cool and fun for the kids. And I just really like making the library as welcoming of a space as possible. For me, growing up, the library was a safe place. I experienced, especially in middle school, and some of high school, basically all of high school, I experienced a lot of bullying. And the library was always a place I could turn to, and I really want to make my library the same way. So I like doing my little fairy garden. So yeah, there's that. I never made it to Hobby Lobby though. So I think I'm going to edit yesterday's vlog, and I think work on the clue shawl while doing that. I really need to work on the Stephen West one. As a reminder, this is where I'm at on that. However, I think that, oops, that's the back. However, I think that the next part is gonna take more than an hour, and I don't want to stop in the middle of a part and lose track of like my stitch count or anything like that. So hopefully I'll have time to work on that this evening. So, and then the Afghan is just something easy to do in front of the TV or take in the car with me, so I don't want to work on that. Although maybe I will roll it into a ball. And then that leaves the clue one. So I think that's what I'm going to work on for the next half an hour or so. So I will catch up with you all later. Have a great rest of your day. Hi friends, it is Sunday night about, sorry, this is crooked. Okay, it's Sunday night about 11:30, so it's time for me to go to bed because I got work in the morning. I just finished adding this stripe in. Isn't that lovely? Oh, so good. Okay, so just finished adding that stripe in, and I think the easiest project for me to work on during lunch breaks at work is this project. So I wanted to open day 20 so that while I'm on lunch break I can start getting it worked. So it's hard to believe this is the 9th day. Anyways, today's is Flames Through the Trees, which sounds amazing. I'm hoping there's green. I love green. I'd love some green in this. So let's see there's green. Lovely. Oh, look at this. There's a little ghosty sticker. Oh, how cute. I was not expecting a little extra because there was one yesterday. Oh, how cute. Okay, don't know where I will put that, but it will go somewhere. And then look at this beauty. Come on, focus, focus, focus. And there's some nice reds in there. Very pretty. Cannot wait to work with this. So I'm just gonna stick it back in its box and stick it in my bag and take it to work with me. So yep, that's about all the update I really have. I did about 4 rows on Clue. I'll just show that tomorrow, but it's time for me to go to bed. I'll probably edit today's video during my lunch break. That might be basically what I do going forward, is just edit the previous days during lunch. So I will catch up more with you all later, but until then, bye. Here is our fall fairy garden update. Added in some fall trees and a ton of squirrels. They're just kind of taking over, and then some pumpkins, the hay bales back over there, pumpkins resting over there. I changed up this table decor. I just think it's really super cute, and yeah, it's looking more like fall in there. One of the classes has earned a reward because they behaved really well. So what we've got here are a bunch of crayons and then some colored cardstock, and then I found 4 fall bookmarks, and we are all out of bookmarks right now in the library. So their reward is they get to pick one of these after they check out their books, pick a background color they want it to be on, and then color it in, and then I will laminate it on the laminator, and they will have their own individualized special bookmark. So that is one of the things I have spent a lot of today working on, cutting these all out and then cutting these. So I'm off to kindergarten recess duty right now, but then this class comes in, so final class of the day. Due to all that cutting of the bookmarks, this is my to-do list after school today. Gotta put all those away, plus hang book fair posters. Fun. Hey friends, it's Kate here in the kitchen. And so I walked home from work today, and I left at the time it started to sprinkle. I love the rain. Like, I love the rain. So a 45-minute walk home in the rain was delightful. My hair is now this, which is not how it started out the day. And if my husband had known that I was walking home in the rain, he probably would have said not to. But he doesn't understand the love of rain that I have. It's like the thing that makes me the happiest and the thing that makes him the saddest. So I was a nice, lovely walk. I am still damp, so I need to go get changed. I didn't manage to do my crock pot meal yesterday, but I did manage to get it all done today. So I'm here just like sampling to see if the meat is flavored enough and all that. So good. Oh, I cannot wait to eat some. But I don't know when my husband will be home. Anyways, so I am going to get changed into some comfy clothes, and then I am going to work on my knitting and crochet. Let's see. I haven't given updates because I didn't do a sit down yesterday. So, and please ignore my messy kitchen in the background. It's just, it is what it is. But anyways, I am almost done with contrast color 2 on the Clue shawl. There is a section I have to knit in the main color, but I am at least going to go through the end of the contrast color 2 and then open contrast color 3 tonight. I hope to knit some on the Stephen West because the next Clue comes out on Thursday and I'm not yet at the halfway point. I haven't done yesterday's DK. I started it, but I got distracted by, squabbling on Facebook, basically. The whole Stephen West thing is just, it's gotten out of control. And so I want to get as close to done with that as I can. And so I'll open today's DK weight and then hopefully get to work on it. Maybe if we watch a show during dinner. Over there you can see my first sourdough. It did not rise very far, but it smells delightfully sourdoughy. So I'm going to have a piece of that with dinner. And there's a lot of, I put in 2 of these of beef broth. So there's a lot of liquid because I put in a lot of vegetables. I really like carrots and potatoes and pot roast. I think they're the most flavorful and delicious when they're cooked in a pot roast. So I put in a lot more than the recipe calls for. So it has to be covered in liquid. So yeah. Anyways, so I am probably going to be watching some news, while crafting. I haven't really been paying attention to what's gone on over in Israel. And last night, while I was going through taxes with my husband, because he always wants to file in October, so that's what we do. And so it's like due. We had to get it to the accountant today. But so I was reviewing it, or supposed to be, but and he had the news on in the next room, and I hadn't been paying attention at all. And this was the first time I was watching anything, and the coverage is just so heartbreaking, and I really feel like it's my duty to be informed about what's going on over there. Just to be a good citizen. I feel like it's wrong to turn a blind eye to something and not pay attention to the horrific things that happen in the world. One of my sisters can't pay attention to them, and I understand why. It gives her nightmares and she can't handle it. But I do feel like it's my duty to know and to be as empathetic and sympathetic as possible. So I will be catching up on that. I'll probably watch Ben Shapiro. I watched a clip from the beginning of his show today, and it was honestly almost made me cry. Just what the Jewish people have gone through in the history of the world. So I will leave a clip to that. I will leave a link to that 8-minute clip if I can remember to do that. I also have to edit 2 videos. So lots to do. But that's my basic plans. I will maybe film some short little clips as I progress through some of those things. I am going to I burnt my tongue when I took the first. Let's get some of that nasty view out. When I was tasting the liquid, so my tastes aren't quite there. Might need a little bit of salt, a dash more paprika, and a tiny bit of Worcestershire sauce. So I'm gonna add those. Maybe a little pepper because I love pepper. But yeah, so I'll also try to link the recipe, but basically I doctored a lot, so whatever. Anyways, catch up later. Hi friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is October 11th and it's 6:30 p.m. I am home from work now and I have a lot to update on because well, I didn't really update yesterday and yeah. So I'm gonna quickly go through it. I have 2 days to open the boxes and see what's here. I have the next contrast color to open for the Clue shawl, and I'm going to do another candle wax. If I could rediscover where, oh, there it is, where I put it. So I'm gonna go through each of the things kind of one at a time and give the update with where that project's at, and then I hope to get some knitting done. I also have like 3 or 4 vlogs I need to edit and upload, so I haven't decided if I'm just gonna edit them into one longer video or do each day. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so last night I was working on the Stephen West MCal, and I had made a mistake in part because I really needed the instructional video for picking up stitches and stuff like that. I've never done that before, and because it was deleted, even though I had downloaded it according to YouTube Premium, when it got deleted, so did my download. So that was really annoying and sucked, but it is what it is. And I think I've got it figured out. But here's where we are at. So, yesterday, focus, I knit this, then I knit this white section. I got to the last round of that, and I was not where I needed to be on picking up stitches along this border. So I had to rip it all back, and that's also the first time I've ever actually ripped back and picked up live stitches like that. I've never done that before, so I was really proud of myself for doing it successfully. Then I wanted to really finish that, but I was literally falling asleep as I was holding my knitting in my hands. So this is the first thing I plan on working on. Because the next clue gets released, or the next part gets released tomorrow. So today during lunch break, I was working on my Clue shawl, and I completed contrast color number 2. So here is where we are at on this. I put in this the little ghost stitch marker so you could see where I worked from since I last showed you. So I did all the contrast color stripes. The next thing I have to do is another blank section like this at the top, and then that will bring in contrast color number 3. So I thought that I would open that one up now. I do know what this one looks like because I saw a spoiler for it, but I think that's the last spoiler that I've seen. Huh. Okay, I need to go back and check because this is not the one I thought. Clue number 4, contrast color. I guess in my head, I've skipped ahead. I thought the next color was Mr. Green. And I've seen the green that goes with that, and it is beautiful. But this is not that. This is called Revolver, and it looks like a really beautiful color. Focus. Yeah, looks like a beautiful color. I might go back and review some spoilers just to make sure. No, but if I check the stitch count here, I just honestly thought it was Mr. Green. So that's interesting, but oh well. Oh, I am really enjoying working on this one. It's so nice and mindless, and just really, it's nice to knit. So I look forward to working more on that. And this is actually a good lunchtime one because it's pretty, it's pretty easy. So that brings us to the DK weight, which I am behind on, unfortunately. I was doing good at staying caught up on this one until, you know, school started again. But so here is where I am. I have briefly attached the next color and did like one repeat. That's about it. But so here's how the blanket is looking. So I need to finish adding that one, and then the next two colors. So let's open those. The first one is called Chanterelle Patch. Chanterelle Patch. So let's see what it looks like. Yellow and brown. Ooh, and a treat. Yes, please. So here is Chanterelle Path. Very nice. I would have gone more with the green color from the previous one, but that's because I'm a big fan of green. And so this was the little extra, little wafer cookie. Oh, it does not want to focus. That's okay. Jeez Louise. Okay, so that brings us to number 21, which is Sleepy Hollow. Ooh. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that is really nice. That'll look really nice added. So, looking forward to both of those. But in the meantime, I'm just going to shove these into my bag. Put that one back. Oops. So let's open the candle wax, take a smell of that, and then I'm off to the races to hopefully do some knitting. Here we are. This is number 5 for the countdown. I still have to order the Christmas one. I did order my Christmas cross-stitch advents. Sorry, I'm so hungry. Okay. Okay. So, day number 4 was Twilight in the Woods. And I've run that wax for a little while. And it smells nice enough. Not one I'm going to circle because it's just kind of like a nothing smell. It's not bad, but it's not like, oh yes, I want to go smell that one right now. Day number 5 is called Forbidden Fruit. Oh, this is nice. here it is. Ooh, it's a nice green skull. It's very fruity. I don't know, like, specifically what fruits, but it's very nice. Maybe there's some apple. Oh no, it's very nice though. And usually with these particular melts, when you're melting it, it smells even better than just sniffing at the wax. So I am going to go put that on and work on my knitting. I am about halfway through with the second Discovery of Witches book. I have, however, been spending a lot of time watching and listening to the news. So I'm not as far along in that series as I would be, but with everything going on in the Middle East, like I mentioned yesterday, I just believe that it's my duty to watch, pay attention. I really believe in the saying that all that's necessary for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. And so I cannot go and fight or anything like that, but I can watch and absorb the atrocities and pray and hope for the best. And so I think it's important to not turn a blind eye to what is happening and to just give it the attention and the care and the concern that it deserves. So that's what I'm doing. I am also setting up for the fair. We got permission to start the fair on Friday afternoon, even though it's supposed to start on Monday, because our school's Harvest Festival is on Friday, which means there's a lot of things that I am doing that I would have put off doing. That, like, it's madness. It's fine though. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I created today the gift certificates for the students who completed a blackout on the bingo boards from September. They're each winning $8 to spend at the book fair. Then I put up 2 banners today, and I wrote the dates and times on all the posters, which I'll put up tomorrow. I have about 200 books I need to reshelf so that I can then tomorrow afternoon cover all of the shelves in paper so that book fair books aren't mixed in with library books. So I need to do that. And yeah, there's just I made my order for some prizes from Amazon. We do a candy pool during the book fair to just, we charge like 25 cents for candy, and there's a chance of winning a prize. If you win a prize, you get a prize from the prize basket. And like, even though that's not anything to do with Scholastic or anything, the profit that I make for that goes far in letting me do like the prizes for the bingo boards and all of that kind of stuff. Our library has a budget of $700 a year, and this year that is all going to get spent on book binding repair stuff and the stickers for the sides and the labels to print the barcodes and the book covers to protect the books. Anyways, that should get us through for a couple of years. But that is our entire budget. So unfortunately this year I'm not going to be able to purchase like some of the foreign language books I'd like to. We have a huge Russian and Ukrainian population where we live, and probably I wouldn't say necessarily a third, maybe a quarter of our students are Russian or Ukrainian. There's maybe that's a little high, maybe it's a fifth, but it's a lot. We have a lot of Russian and Ukrainian students, and they ask for books in Russian, and we have like a dozen or 2 dozen, but there may be like the little kid books, like Little Red Riding Hood. And so I want to be able to purchase more books. Hey, no. But unfortunately, Scholastic doesn't have those books, so I can't use our Scholastic dollars from the book fair to buy those books. I have to buy that out of my budget, and I don't have the funds in my budget this year. So that's what I'm hoping to spend my budget on next year. But so everything is really tight budget-wise. It sucks, but it is what it is. And so any money I can raise by doing a candy pool helps me in funding other things. And so a couple teachers complained last year because the kids were eating so much candy. But it's like, I need to earn money for the book fair, like for the books, for the library. And this is one way to do it. And then also sometimes some parents just give their kids a handful of coins for the book fair. And like, I've had kids come in with like 91 cents. And unfortunately, that's not going to get you anything at a book fair. But they can get 3 candies in the candy pool. And so it leaves them feeling like they got something, they got to participate, even though there wasn't anything their family could do. I wish that parents wouldn't do that sort of thing. It's really unfair to their kids. I mean, like, if you don't have, like, because I've had situations where the kids will come up with like 3 books and have like a handful of coins. And unfortunately, their parents haven't taught them that their handful of coins couldn't get them 3 books. And it's heartbreaking. So I hate that aspect. But, I mean, you have to host them because otherwise I don't know how you're going to be able to fund your library or get new books, unfortunately. Because books that go in library are no cheaper than when you buy them yourself. I am paying full price for the hardcover copies of books, and it is what it is. So, yeah, okay, into that. I'm going to go knit for a bit, and then I'll catch up with y'all later. Bye. Hi, friends. It's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is Thursday, October 12th, and I don't think I have any update on crafting. Did I show that I reached the halfway point on this? So I still have the 2 other sections. But yeah, so the second clue has been released. I'm not incredibly impressed, but it doesn't seem like a long section. Anyways, I am exhausted. It's 11:30 at night. I was at work until about 8 p.m. just trying to do some book fair setup. I then walked home. And my husband has only just left the office. So I am so tired. I went to go change clothes, and then I just laid on the bed for like 2 hours, just kind of watching the news, but also mindlessly scrolling Instagram and Facebook Reels. I stumbled across this woman who makes sourdough out of like a 35-year-old starter, so that's really cool. And let's see what else. And then I decided, well, I should take a shower because I probably won't want to in the morning. And so, yeah, I took a shower, washed my hair, conditioned, all that kind of thing. And Jamie is now being like, Mom, pick me up. Oh, big boy. He's our biggest. He needs a haircut. He was scheduled to have his haircut last week, but that's when we had to cancel that appointment because it was at the same time as my dentist appointment. Anyways, so I didn't work at all on the DK blanket. I'm actually about to pull that one out and work on it. I'm not going to open up today's color just because I'm like 3 days behind, and so I'll just wait on that for another day. Oh, I found some mats on you, Jamie boy. Yes, I did. He's a big baby, though. When I try to, like, brush them out, he gets very upset. Anyways, so I received a couple of packages. So let's get on James. James. First, I received some stuff for the book fair. I ordered prizes online. I didn't bring those up here to show you. But, like, little containers of galaxy slime, little mochi, like, squishy, they call them dusk pets. And then I ordered croc charms, but those haven't arrived yet. And then I ordered a bunch of stickers. It was like 600 stickers for $20 maybe. So yeah. So that, like, I'll use those for prizes during the candy pull during the book fair, and then what doesn't get used, excuse me, sorry, will be reading bingo challenge prizes. So they'll get used. So the first package I wanted to share is back in July or something like that. I ordered my first Bella Filipina, and I ordered fabric. I ordered it through Under the Sea Fabrics, and I ordered the beads, and I ordered the specialty threads, and also fabric. And that finally came, so I thought I would share. So it's actually 2 patterns. It is the Mad Tea Party. Oops, come on, focus. There we go. So I think that's really cute. And then there was another companion piece, Snow White. And I'm hoping there's going to be more of these, as I think they're both really cute. I like them. So I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to start first. But those are the 2 patterns. This is the piece of fabric. It is called Sandbar. And this piece is big enough to fit both of them on. I'm going to cut it so that they're not, like, finished on the same fabric, but they'll be stitched on the same fabric. And then I ordered a Delica conversion. So the conversion's adapted by Under the Sea Fabric, so it tells you what the Mill Hill bead is and then what it is in Delica. So here is the beads, the treasures, all that. And this one's for the Mad Hatter Tea Party. And this one's the Poison Apple one. And there's some treasures in there as well. And then it didn't say which one these go to, so I'll figure that out. But 2 packets of there's 4 different colors in this one and 4 in this one, so 8 different petite treasure braids. So I love petite treasure braids. I think they're so beautiful, and these colors are really beautiful, so I'm looking forward to that. I have never owned or stitched a Bella Filipina, so I'm really looking forward to that. And if you have an opinion on which one I should start with, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Yeah, I really want to start one really soon. So put that back in there. And I'm just gonna put this all away, so I'll cut out this in editing. Okay, the other package that arrived are my 2 cross stitch advents. I ordered these excuse me, I ordered them on the 6th. And so today is the 12th. So it got here in less than a week. And this year, the shop I buy from is called That How To Girl on Etsy. And I've gotten her cross-stitch advents the last 2 years. And each year she ups her game. And so this year she put out 2 cross-stitch ones. One is a religious one, away in a manger. And the other one is secular, Santa's helper. So I had to get both. And this year she designed this like outside wrap. So that's really cool. And I know that she designs the graphics on the cards as well. Sorry, excuse me. So I'm super excited. I really love doing these. There's so few stitches each day that it's so doable to keep up. I haven't finished last year's, and that's because I am in like backstitch hell. There is a lot of backstitch, but it's a super cute design, so I really need to just finish it. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to both of these. So the Santa's helper is in red, away in a manger is in gold, and they will remain wrapped like this until it is time to open them for Advent. And that's all really I had to update. Sorry, I have a lot of editing to do. I'm going to be really busy with book fair stuff, so I'll try to take some video clips tomorrow so you can see how I've transformed the library. And yeah, we'll just hope I get it all set up. It's going to take a real miracle at this point. But yeah, we're just going to do the best I can. So I'll chat with y'all later. Bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, I made such an idiotic mistake. So I pulled out this DK blanket, right? And I pulled out the little box that I had with it. And I must have forgotten that it's a count down, not a count up or whatever. So not only have I told you guys the wrong names for the last maybe couple of days, but also, I mean, luckily I'd barely done anything with this color to put it in, because now I have to pull it out back to where the knot is, because this is actually number 20, which makes sense because when I thought it was 23, that was Flames Through the Trees, and that didn't make a lot of sense to me. So now we are gonna unbox now the one that I said I wasn't going to for today. Let me just pull this back till I can find that knot. Okay, and then do a little snippy snip. They're like scratching at their beds or something. I don't even know. Okay, I did a little snip. And okay, so because this is actually number 20, which is called Autumnal Nightmare, and this is like a super autumnal one, that makes more sense for a name. But so this I'm going to have be the inside ball, and I'm going to work my way up. So to that I will attach number 21, which is Sleepy Hollow. Let's review what that one looks like. I opened it yesterday. Okay, so this is Sleepy Hollow. So I will connect that one to that. Then I will connect number 22 to Sleepy Hollow, which is Chanterelle Patch. And this is that one. So those two I did tell you the right names for. And then number 23 is Flames Through the Tree. And this is one I haven't opened yet. Flames Through the Trees. Okay, this makes much more sense. not only does it like make more sense in terms of the name, Flames Through the Trees, so brown and yellow. It also makes more sense in terms of the fade, because this is what it currently is. So then that makes sense that this would be next, followed by this chanterelle, followed by this one, so that we can then finally introduce some of the green. I mean, that all makes much more sense. So I am going to attempt to address some of this. And yeah, my husband is getting In-N-Out burgers. So we'll see if I can get these all wound before he gets here. But I can't believe I made such a basic mistake. But that does mean that I have opened 12. So I've opened the amounts that should be opened. But yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know the idiotic mistake I made. And actually, thank goodness I realized it, because if I had done this whole color, so it's actually a good thing I procrastinated for so long, because if I had done this whole color, it would have been out of sequence. And yeah, so I will catch up with you guys more later. Bye. Set up for the book fair. Over here we have all the books that are on sale. Here's some pens. I swear they sent us more pens than last year, because I created a whole row of pens. Then we have just some different books all set up. I put paper all along the shelves. Science books, graphic novels, more books, another display for books. This one over here is like preschool and picture books. Over here we have like Halloween books and Spanish books and phonics, more science books, and that's where registers are, and journals and stuff like that. So yeah, completely transformed the library to basically a bookstore.